We have a few new chamber members I want to tell you about today. We have Life Church Birmingham on Chapel Road, Mortgage Bank. We have the Showen Law Firm, Shirley's Florist on Main Street, Deerfoot Dental over in Clay, actually, Peachtree Planning, and finally Manette Moreno from Keller Williams Realty. So welcome to all our new chamber members. Yes. If you're not currently a member of our chamber, we do invite you to join and take advantage of the many opportunities that membership will bring you for your company. We do have some applications on the check-in table in the lobby. At this time, we want to recognize our Small Business Award winners. This is our third annual Small Business Awards program, and we do want to thank McSweeney Automotive for sponsoring this program. Winners will be recognized in 3 categories based on the number of employees or as an emerging business. The winners in each category have been submitted to the Chamber of Commerce Association of Alabama in consideration for statewide awards. As we announce the winning companies' names, any representatives from the company in attendance today should come over to the backdrop to my right for a photo after you receive your award. Our first winner is in the category of 1 to 10 employees. An employee of this company has served on the chamber board every year since 2009, with all 3 serving as board president. Other company employees have served as chamber ambassadors, frequently winning Ambassador of the Quarter awards, and also as Ambassador of the Year. There's hardly an organization in the Trussville area that they don't support in some way. Their desire is to be known as the bank to customers and non-customers alike, not only through outstanding customer service, but through caring hearts and service to our community. Their philosophy and their way of doing business, as well as how they try to live their lives, is summed up in the words of a daily devotion legendary Coach Paul Bear Bryant carried in his wallet. This is the beginning of a new day. God has given me this day to use as I will. I can waste it or use it for good. What I do today is very important because I'm exchanging a day of my life for it. When tomorrow comes, this day will be gone forever, leaving something in its place I have traded for it. I want it to be a gain, not loss, good, not evil, success, not failure, in order that I shall not forget the price I paid for it. The winner of the 1 to 10 employee category is Bryant Bank. Jones, come on up. I think Deanna's here too, yes. Our next winner is in the category of 11 to 50 employees. This company truly wants to serve their customers by providing quality service at fair prices, and that can only be done with honesty. Twice their employees have been awarded the Chamber's monthly Customer Service Award for outstanding customer service. They have been involved with the Chamber, the Rotary Club, and they support many other organizations in the Trussville area in some way. Formed in 1994, the business quickly became the leader in the local dry cleaning and laundry market and holds that status today. In 2001, this company became one of the first green earth cleaners in the world. The company is continuously improving its processes through updated technology and adding new services such as free pickup and delivery and same-day turnaround, next-day turnaround, and even Saturday turnaround service. The winner in the 11 to 50 employee category is Complete Cleaners. And our final winner is in the emerging business category, awarded to a company that has been in business for 5 years or less. The winner in this category is a local small business that was started in downtown Trussville only a couple of years ago. While attending high school, this now young business owner worked for a local arts and crafts business on Main Street. One day, a 10 by 10 space within the business became available. This young entrepreneur saw the potential in that small empty room to open the business that she had dreamed of. In March 2016, she remodeled, decorated, and stocked the small boutique using the money in her own personal savings account she had saved as a child. She found her own suppliers, shopped for clothes that appealed to her sense of style, then used the balance of her savings to purchase inventory to begin her new business. For the first 4 months, she was the only employee of her little enterprise. But within those 4 months, the boutique outgrew its location, and by July of that year, she had moved her business into a standalone location on Main Street. Last year, the business expanded yet again and now occupies a 2,400 square foot building on Main Street. Depending on the season, she now has up to 5 employees on staff. The fact that a 20-year-old high school graduate could start and grow a successful business in her hometown provides a role model for a new generation of potential Trussville business owners. The winner in the emerging business category is West Avenue Boutique. And then we have just a couple of quick announcements before we get to our speaker today. Next month, we're going to present for your approval a slate of candidates for the Chamber's Board of Directors, so you'll want to be here to vote for that. Also, next month, our speaker will be motivational speaker Joe Calamusa. And there's some other announcements in your program as well. I hope you'll check those out. And thank you to Happy Catering Company, our caterer today, for another excellent meal. Now I'd like to invite Mike Strength to the podium. Mike is the General Manager of Trussville Gas and Water, our sponsor for today's luncheon, and he will introduce our speaker. Would you please join me in thanking Trussville Gas and Water for sponsoring today's luncheon?
So when I come on stage, Diane always gives me this little smile because she knows she hands me this script of what I'm supposed to do, and she knows I have never followed the script. It always goes off the rail. I was talking to people before the meeting, and I saw Brian Barksdale. Brian, stand up. Brian was my Sunday school teacher when I was younger. Now, I want you to look at the difference in our age and how we look. Brian is the product of clean living and following on the advice he gave me. I'm bald, gray-headed, and somehow younger than him. So, as I look around some of the rest of you who look like me, you might need to think about how you're living also. So we've got I want to first thank the board. People often come up to me at these events and thank me for sponsoring it. As I've told you before, I don't sponsor it. I'm allowed to do it by the board. We've got Leland Dockery, Buddy Adelette, and Don Evans here from the board today. So round of applause for these guys. Next to Don, we got Bobby Roper, who, when I asked her if there was anything I needed to cover, she said, tell them to follow us on Facebook. So follow us. If you weren't looking at it earlier, we gave away a great package for Hewitt Huskies football early in the season. That's going to be something we try to continue to do, is do some more giveaways going forward. So, hey, board, there's your notice. We're going to be doing giveaways, so I'll need funding for it. Finally, we got introduction from Buddy Choat. In the program, there's a biography you can read through. And I'm going to go totally off script and stick with one line. Buddy and I've been working together for a couple of years now since he's been mayor. It's been a real pleasure working with him. It's a lot of fun having somebody you can count on to problem solve and work through things with. I'll stress one thing out of his biography because I think it's the thing that he's the most proud of. And that's that he has 3 grown children and 6 grandsons. So the rest of it you can read, but Buddy, come tell us the good news about what's going on in Trussville.
Thank you, Mike. Diane, I don't know if it was good planning or just coincidence, but motivational speaker next month after me is real encouraging. That's all I can tell you. Thank you for having me, and thank you for Trussville Utilities for what you guys do for the city. Mike is right. It's a team effort. I stood here 2 years ago in October before I took office in November. There's a room full of about this many folks, and we were talking about my plan and how I was going to envision running the city and being the CEO, so to speak. But let me tell you, it's a team effort, and everything that we do as a city and as you do as leaders in our community revolves around one thing, and that's our genuine love and interest for this community and what we can do. First thing I want to do today is introduce some of my staff, and I was very fortunate when I took office. The department heads stayed in office, stayed with me as I came into office, and I want to recognize them. You see some numbers up here on the board. I want you to look at these. These folks are busy, and it's a full-time job, just like somebody asked me one time, is being mayor a full-time job. These folks really work full-time, and I appreciate it. I'm just going to kind of call out, and if you would, hold your applause so I get everybody up. But starting at City Hall with Lynn Porter, who is our city clerk, Melody Salter, who is our finance director. You'll stand when I call your name. Fire department, we have Chief Schatz. Tim Schatz is with us today. Chief Eric Rush from the police department. For public works, we have Wayne Sullivan. From our IT department, Jim Nolan. I don't know if Jason is here today. Jason isn't here today. Library, Emily, Tish. Parks and Recreation, David Vincent, who's not here. He's down in Montgomery trying to get us a grant so we can do a little bit. And have I missed anybody? Tell me now. David Arnett, the department, our inspections department, stand up. And anybody that's part of these departments, if you'll stand, any other city employees here today? All right, these are the people that help run the city, part of them. I think they deserve a hand for everything they do. You know, we started on this journey 2 years ago, as I said, and we came into office in November, and we had 2 new council members and 3 holdovers, and thank you to a great council that I have the pleasure of working with. And we all got together and set a guideline for what we want to try to accomplish in the first year or so of our administration. And so as you can see on the board, we gathered in a conference room, we had input from our department heads, and you got to remember this was like in March of 2017 and in October of 18. Those are a number of things that we wanted to get accomplished. To say time flies when you're having fun, most of these things have gotten done. I think there's 22 or 23 items up there that I think 20 of those have been completed. Everything from Valley Road, which is the #1 project, a priority for this council. That project had been in the works for over 7 years when we took office. It is now in the works. Some of you have been by to see the connector from Valley Road to the Pinnacle Shopping Center. Downtown, the RDA, sticks and stuff, all that stuff that's up on the board, all that is coming to fruition now. Don's Carpet is up there. We've got the Panda Express down there that just recently opened. Paving neighborhoods and streets. We've been able to pave over $600,000 worth of paving. We paved neighborhoods, we paved throughways, and just been an incredible time to be able to do some things that I felt like we were behind on. Look down the list. This doesn't sound very sexy or anything, but look at ATM machines, our debit card machines, outdoor donation boxes, Veterans Memorial. Those are little things that have just kind of built up, and we were able to do that and to accomplish. And I thank the council for working with me and all our department heads for getting that done. So just tooting our own horn just a little bit. That's quite a list of things. The things that you don't see a check mark by, whether it be Trussville far as helping them get the entrance relocated. Move Public Works, our goal is to eventually move Wayne and his department out of where they are behind our library and in our parks. We feel like that's not the best place for them to be. As soon as we find a spot for them, we'll get them there. Cedar Street is obviously the street side Region Bank. We have that design ready to go. What we're waiting on is AlDOT is supposed to, in the spring of next year, they'll be letting a contract, hopefully, for the widening of US 11 from the corner of Chalkle Mountain Road there and Highway 11 all the way down the Parkway. So we're trying to coordinate Cedar Street with that. So those are things that haven't been done, but they're in the works to being done. And again, I thank all of you for having a part in that. Chicago Greenways project opened last year. We had a ribbon cutting in May. This was just a small project that had been on the books since 1998. It was started in 2012. Most of you know the problems we went through to get that open, but what a great addition to our city. So many people have taken advantage of it, nights, days, and weekends, and everything. And it's just a real popular spot in the city of Trussville. Then we come down and we look at some of the changes that have been made in downtown with some of the new facades that have gone up. We have our redevelopment authority that is very active in helping some of these businesses. I think I saw David Morgan come in. David's over here. David chairs that committee. Our redevelopment authority is so active and so helpful to the city and what we're trying to get done as far as improving downtown. And then we've got a number of new businesses, as you see, that have opened. And some of those have been in the work for many years. And Full Moon Barbecue being the new one up on North Chalkle Road. I started talking with David Maloof when I came in office. They wanted to be in Trussville for many years, and they finally were able to strike a deal to go open the Kmart shopping center. And then you see the others up there. The Editors was in the work for 6 years to get them here. So we're proud of that's just some of the new businesses that have come here. And now we got new construction with a new shopping center on Highway 11 down by the Tutwater subdivision. More restaurants, more retail. Due to open after the first of the year, probably be in the spring by March of next year. You'll see some new businesses down there. And then we get into where we were this time last year, talking about our Quad 1 and some of the restaurants and some of the things that are coming. And let me just kind of tell you where that is today before we go to any other slides. The bids went out to do the work down there. The bids are in. We have a low bidder. We're in the process of reviewing the bid. There's some negotiating that we're going to have to do because the bid came in over our projected budget, but we're still excited. Part of the team that we have working together are here today. Turner Batson, Dave Reese and his staff have done an outstanding job. CCI, the engineers, JT Murphy's been the lead on that for us. Dick Hyde, Ryan Collins, and Matt Phillips. Daryl Skipper from Skipper Consulting has been a part of this. I'm sure I'm leaving some folks out, but they have worked so hard since we had this meeting last October to where we are today. And those of you that have been down Mart Avenue have seen that Kobe Lake, who I introduced last year, he and his wife Ivy were here. He is doing a lot of work down there, but we're going to show you, this is where we were last year with Melt. That is still ongoing as we speak, work around it. We now have an inside conceptual of what that restaurant will look like or could look like. We only saw the outside last year. Now we're starting to see what Dave and his team have been able to do. And I think this is just the tip of the iceberg of what's going to happen in our entertainment district downtown. So then you switch over to the Common House. That'll be Kobe's, another one of his restaurants. You saw it, it's a 2-story restaurant, dining on both floors, pavilions, outside dining, and so forth. And now look at the inside of what the conceptual of that looks like. Just an incredible addition to Trussville. You know, we want this to be a destination point. Not only for our people, it's still going to be Trussville, it's going to be family-oriented, family-friendly. But we want people to realize what we have here to offer, not only from the business side that you all are in, but from the school side, which are doing a tremendous job, Dr. Neal, thank you to you and the board for what you do. To just the total involvement of the community getting behind the city and wanting something. You know, we all campaigned on downtown. That was one of the things we campaigned on. And it's coming, and change is coming to Trussville, and we've got to be ready for it. And it is a process. It's going to be a 12 to 18 month project. Once we get there, there are a lot of challenges down there. We've acquired more property than we had this time last year. But overall, it's going to be an incredible project with a stage and a pavilion and restaurants and retail. It's really going to shape and change Trussville forever. And then we get over to the brewery, Ferris Brewery. This is Kobe's brewery that he's working in now. Some of you have been down there and actually been in and been able to look inside. We've got a slide, I believe, of that's what's going on inside the building now. They've already got, this is where the actual product will be made behind a clear glass wall that you'll be able to have. There's a restaurant in there and with full kitchen, restaurant, bar. The brewery will be back there. It'll really be spectacular. And then this is conceptual of what the plans are on the inside. Again, it exceeded my expectations. I wasn't sure what the inside was going to look like. I was more worried with the outside. But I'm pretty excited about it, and I think you will be too. When we get our streets in and our sidewalks and our landscaping, and we make that the focal point of Trussville, and it's a walkable neighborhood, it's going to be safe. Chief Rush and I and Chief Shots, we're talking constantly about safety in the area. We're going to make sure it's well lit, well protected. It's going to be something that all of us are going to be able to enjoy. So I kind of wanted to tell you where we were when we came in 2 years ago, where we are today, and now I want to talk about where we're going to go and where I hope we'll go with the help of a lot of people in this room right here. Moving forward, I have a vision for Trussville in the future. And I think, and I don't use notes very often, but I made a few notes today. Last year I mentioned to you we had a team put together, and we were meeting with economic development leaders in the Birmingham, Jessup County metro area, which was Alabama Power and the Birmingham Business Alliance. And I know Councilman Freeman has been to a lot of those meetings, and just getting their input on how we wanted to get this thing started out here in Trussville. What did we really want to focus on? What do we want to be down the road? So we put together a team and we worked with Efren Stockdale from Alabama Power. He came out, we had a team of 25 folks that came together for several meetings, and we tossed around a lot of ideas about a mission statement and what we wanted to do. And we got to a point where we felt like we knew the direction we wanted to take the city, but now we want to take it to a different step. So we cut that committee down to 10. And some of those 10 are in this room today. They've been meeting regularly. In fact, we have a meeting tonight at 5:30 to talk about Vision 2040 for Trussville. Growth and development bring change. And I think we have to have a well-defined, a well-developed, and a well-planned idea of how to handle change. Change is not always good. Change is not always bad either, but it is different. And I think that's what we have to focus on as a community. This is a visioning exercise. What we're talking about here is getting input from you. You're the citizens, you live here, you have children that live here, you want their children to live here. This is going to be an involvement of close to 200 people in this community. And these range from everything, category-wise, and I'm just going to touch on some examples. We talk about education, we talk about infrastructure, transportation, we talk about public safety, we talk about family and community, we talk about growth and development, we talk about governmental interaction with our surrounding cities and so forth. Those are just some areas that we as a city have to look at 20 years down the road. I don't know if there was ever a vision or a plan. Lynn, you've been here longer than I have. I'm sure there was plans made, but I think we've come so far in the first 23 months to where we were in November of 2016. It's pretty obvious to me that we as a city are so blessed and so fortunate to be at what I would call a mini crossroad. You know, we got to define what we want to do. You have to help me. I can't do it alone. My ideas and your ideas and the other person's ideas will make a difference. But we have a choice. We can either be reactive, we can just kind of react to things that happen to our city, or we can be proactive, and we can make a difference. And we can make a change, a positive change. I think you've elected me, this council, and I think this community wants to be proactive. I don't think we want to be reactive. So I'm going to call on each and every one of you. We're going to put this out there. We're going to get together. This is about a 6 to 8 month project. You got to have a willingness to buy into what this community can be, how great we can be. We're not going to be everything to everybody. Lynn and I were talking just this week about the census coming out in 2020. We're going to probably be somewhere around 25,000 people. I don't know where that number's going to fall, but think about it. I moved here 25 years ago, and we were obviously nowhere near that. But think about what's going on in the last 10 to 15 years. Again, with all of the opportunities, I still think people look at Trussville as a place where they can come and raise a family, be safe, have a terrific school system, have a city government that cares about people. We don't sweat the small stuff. The small stuff will be there. We're talking about the big things that we can make a difference for you, your family, and the generations to come. So I'm asking you to get on board with us. You know, you may have an expertise, you may not have an expertise, but if you have a vision for this city and can help us plan what we want to be in 20 years, there's a city that we're using as an example right now, Auburn, Alabama. They did something very similar to this and had a plan, a 2020 plan. They had 22 major goals that they wanted to accomplish. And they've accomplished 20 of those 22 already. That doesn't mean we're going to do everything they did, but we want to do what's best for us, what's best for Trussville. 20 years from now, there'll be somebody else standing at this podium. There'll be other people sitting in this audience. There'll be other department heads here. But if we have a plan and we work that plan, I think you'll see Trussville continue to be the great city that it is today. So with that, I ask you if you remember what our saying was last year when we closed our program. It's really going to happen. Did you say it with me? It's really going to happen. I hear you. It's going to happen. And this council and myself and you all have bought into this. And I'm thrilled and excited and honored. I didn't introduce my wife with me. She hears this every night. She's probably sick of it, but I appreciate her being here. My son Will is here, but more importantly, to keep me straight, my mom is here today. And I know I had to behave myself. So with that, I just want to say thank you for the opportunity to serve you. It's an honor, it's a privilege to be here. It really is. I'm sure I'm speaking for our entire council, our employees. We have a great city. I just want to look at the future and see how much better we can become. Thank you very much. It's been a great day to be with you.
One, just it's great for everybody, but two, I don't have to think about moving again. If you move before kids will be behind ever, it is a disaster. With the leadership that we have with the mayor and our city council, and really the people of this community, we are just in a fantastic place, and we're blessed. I'm happy to call this place home. With that, we are going to move on to door prizes, which is my absolute favorite thing to do. Just try to read these names. So I'm going to go through these quickly. The prizes are here. If you come up after, we'll be able to hand those out. So, Impact CPA, we have a free tax planning certificate. Jeffrey Ford.
Remax, we have a goodie bag from Nancy and Alan Drinker, Jana Moore. A tote with umbrella and mug from Bryant Bank and Susan Hemsby. A gift bag from South Point Bank, Stephanie Moore. Drawstring goodie bag from America's First Federal Credit Union, Jason Baker. Chick-fil-A coupons from Chick-fil-A, Casey Hall. Chick-fil-A coupons from Chick-fil-A, Bill Roberts. South Point Bank umbrella, Devin Self. Barbecue Festival t-shirt from Trussville Road, Richard Hitchcock. A tumbler from Hampton Inn, Bonnie Smith. Tool bags with t-shirt from Turner Batson, Terry Preston. Another tool bag with t-shirt from Turner Batson, Cody Moore. Hilton Garden Inn gift bag, Tana Friday. Great Harvest gift card from Power and Associates, Leah Ragland. A multi-purpose tools from Trussville Express Oil Change, Manette Moreno. Free 150-pound shredding from Secure Destruction, Becky Knowles. $25 Premier Gift Design card. Leanne Moorhead from Premier Design, Laura Edge one. Family 4-pack to the Barons. Pete Posey, wine and wine glasses from Nikki Curley of State Farm, Clarice Harper. Trussville A1 note cards from Lee Marlowe, Realty South, John Hines. 2 tickets to A Christmas Carol from Active Theater, Corinne Sims. 4 UAB homecoming tickets, Lakers Credit Union, Amy Turner. Multi-purpose tool from Trussville Express Oil Change, Lee Marlowe. Another multi-purpose tool from Express Oil Change, Michelle Gillespie. And a free entry to the Maple Leaf 5K run from the Trussville Chamber, Dave Patel. Okay.
All right, thank you again to Mayor Choat. We certainly appreciate that today, and to Trussville Gas and Water for the lunch. We certainly appreciate that. With that, we are adjourned. Hope everyone